You are now tuned in to The Money Zone with your host, Falasha Day, the accountant for entrepreneurs. The time is now, your future waits, your money matters, make no mistake, it's not too late to dominate, so don't delay, get your money straight. The money zone, together we'll achieve your goals, we're building wealth, you're not alone, so don't delay, get your money straight.
Hey guys, welcome back. It's your girl Falasha Day, the accountability accountant. Guys, I'm really excited to be here with you. It is the last Tuesday of January. The first month of 2020 is gone, and the GOAT, the greatest of all time, Kobe Bryant, has left us tragically the other day. So we just have so much going on. I know so many of his fans, and I'm heartbroken. Me and Trump here was just talking about that. Everybody, my husband from Nigeria called me. He's like, Shade, is it true? Shade, is it true? That's all he said from WhatsApp. And I'm like, what's true? He was like, Kobe. And I was like, yeah. He was like, oh, man, I'm going to call you back. So the whole village, the villages in Nigeria are screaming and crying for Kobe. And so, we have an amazing night. We're going to pay a tribute and homage to the greatest of all time because of his character, his confidence, his demeanor. Man, this man was just absolutely amazing. So if you're watching us on social media, please share the video. If you're watching us on radionetwork.com, you can share a video too with your friends or on your social media platform. But we have an amazing night in store for you guys. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break. But if you're not following me, please go ahead on and follow me at All Things Falasha Day, the accountant, while we take this quick break, and we'll be right back. Hey guys, so if you're just tuning in, I'm Falasha Day, the accountability accountant. You're tuned in to the Money Zone on RIP Radio Network. I'm excited to be here with you guys tonight. But you know, as a business professional, I want to be beast mode like my boy Kobe, and an ex-basketball player. Y'all probably didn't even know I used to be like the little Cheryl Swoops. Y'all didn't even probably even know that. Like, I did have some hands. I can do a good little three-pointer. But no, Kobe Bryant, the greatest of all time, basketball player, father, husband, coach. Like, man, he played so many roles. So we're going to be talking about that in segment 1. And I haven't even came up with segment 2 because I got completely caught up on the Kobe situation, okay? So if you want to tune in, give me a call, 301-232-5700. So first thing I want to do and go ahead and start out with one quote that Kobe gave us. And he basically said, those times when you get up early and you work hard, those times when you stay up late and you work hard, those times when you don't feel like working, you're too tired, you don't want to push yourself, but you do it anyway. That is actually the dream. That's the dream. It's not the destination. It's the dream. So if you're just tuning in, we're going to talk about 5 business lessons that I learned, you probably have learned or will learn from Kobe Bryant, okay? So you guys know he had tragically died in a helicopter crash in Calabasas. Headed to one of his basketball camps. That's what the stories say. And so we're just going to pay tribute to him tonight on the Money Zone, and we're going to relate everything that Kobe has said and stressed about his life, and you know, his consistency and his discipline towards business and your money. Okay, so the quote is basically, to me, how I interpreted this quote is he's basically saying, don't look for no get rich quick scheme. Don't look for an easy route out. Don't look for shortcuts. The excitement, the joy, the blessing is in the journey. And honestly, I really didn't think too deep on what was the meaning. How am I going to perceive that? Until today, I was walking down the stairs. I made my little lunch, and I was walking down the stairs, and I realized that I can make money in the comfort of my own home, have my whole team still operate, my whole company still functioning, and I can walk and see my children, okay, in my home being well taken care of by my aunt, and I go work my tail off in my office. That's the dream. It didn't hit me until today that when he said that, he's saying enjoy those, you killer, enjoy those moments. The blessing is being able to do that. See, many of us think that the blessing is when we become successful, when we get the big house. Because that's what my daughter always say, Mommy, when are we going to get the big house? When are we going to get the big house, right? We always think that the blessing is when we're going to get the big house, or when we rich, or when we're sitting on, you know, millions of dollars, or able to give back, or we're able to do X, Y, Z. All of the stuff that we put in our heart, we feel as though that is the blessing. That's the success. But the way that Kobe Bryant is, so, you know, this is somebody that is never complacent, that is always trying to learn more, that is so curious and inquisitive and just always asking questions. And so for him to say that, for what I've interpreted from that, he's saying enjoy these moments. Like, it's a blessing in your long nights. It's a blessing in your early mornings. It is a blessing to be able to do what you guys love to do. And it's a blessing to have the life that you have, regardless of if it's not perfect. Nobody's life is perfect. But what you want to do is not focus on what's not perfect, but focus on the fact that you get to actually do what you choose to do. Now, what you choose to do with your time is what you choose to do with your time, right? Or what you choose to do with your future. But the success is in the journey. And now I'm going to go a bit deeper. Now, how is that even possible? You're going through so much pain, so much turmoil, so much pressure. And me now scaling this company, I'm going through so much pain, so much pressure, so much stress and everything. Like everybody's telling me, oh, relax and everything like that, right? But when I think about it, I wouldn't enjoy the next level if I don't go through anything right now. If you don't feel any pain on a court, then when you go and make that three-pointer, guess what? You're not going to appreciate that moment. If you make it to whatever success level, to make millions or to be the richest, whatever your level of success is, if you make it there without any trials and tribulations, will there be a level of gratitude? Will there be appreciation? More than likely, the answer is none. Because what they say, you don't appreciate anything that's handed to you or given to you. And what comes easy to you, what can be easily taken away. And I teach Bryn that all the time. I say, Bryn, you really don't want nobody to give you anything, mama. I say, you want to earn it. And so what you don't understand is that this day-to-day journey of us building our businesses, the hard nights, the stress, the clients firing us or us firing clients or the website crashing or this or whatever the case may be, it's a blessing in it all. Because if the website don't crash today, we don't know how to resolve the problem tomorrow. So guys, we're going to go ahead on and play some of Kobe's greatest moments. Really quick. And so I just want you all to understand that it's not about your tomorrow. It's about actually enjoying the moment and the minutes until your tomorrow.
Welcome to the Kobe Show. Take 2. So now it's time to go in there and it's time to do some work.
How good is this kid? 5 of them.
Kobe Bryant, are you the next Michael Jordan?
No, I don't know. I don't think there'll ever be another Michael Jordan.
It was apparent, even at a young age, that Kobe Bryant was something special. The 19-year-old with Tim Russert on Meet the Press before the 1998 All-Star Game.
We work hard and continue to dream. People try to shoot down our dreams, tell us what we can and cannot do. So now it's something to have faith in themselves. NBA was my goal. It was my dream to always play here and learn from the best. You want to win? Okay, let's go. Let's do this. Why aren't you working? Come on, let's go. But as you get older, you have a family, and you're trying to raise kids, and you learn patience pretty quickly.
Well, coaching the kids is fun. It just kind of came out of nowhere because my daughter just decided she wanted to play about 2.5 years ago. It's been a lot of fun. And then when I took it to the Laker game, we just had so much fun because for the first time I was seeing the game through her eyes. She had such a great time. And as a father, that's
all you want. That's all you can ask for.
Yes.
And we just try to raise our girls to be strong, independent women, hold themselves to really high standards, self-respect, things of that nature. And you just trust that you've raised them the right way.
Do you think your daughter might want to play in the WNBA?
She does, for sure. The best thing that happens is when we go out and fans will come up to me and she'll be standing next to me and they'll be like, hey, you gotta have a boy. UNV gotta have a boy, man. You have somebody carry on the tradition, the legacy. She's like, oh, I got this. Right. Yes, you do. You got this.
From the moment I started rolling my dad's tube socks and shooting imaginary game-winning shots in the Great Western Forum, I knew one thing was real. I fell in love with you.
That short film won him the industry's highest honor.
Thank you, Academy, for this amazing honor.
Jumping into the film business made Bryant nervous, but his daughter Gigi encouraged him to follow his own advice. Dream big.
My daughter gave me the best piece of advice. I was a little worried. My little 11-year-old Gianna goes, well, Dad, you always tell us to go after our dreams, so man up. This is not supposed to happen. I'm supposed to play basketball and,
Final minute 30. Bryant from 14 has 53. Unbelievable stuff tonight.
I can't believe how fast 20 years went by. Appreciating all this, the journey that we've been on. Our daughters, Natalia, Gianna, and Bianca. You guys know that if you do the work, you work hard enough, dreams come true. That is actually the dream. That's the dream. It's not the destination, it's the journey. My next dream is to be honored one day for inspiring the next generation of athletes to have a dream. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. God, I love you guys. To my family, thank you guys for all your sacrifice. What can I say? Mamba out.
Kobe Bryant, father, champion, a legend.
I'm not sad about it. I'm very appreciative of what I've had.
Kobe Bryant leaving the floor.
So let me take a step back. If you haven't lost anyone close to you or people that have made a lot of impact in life, you may not understand what I'm about to say. But watching this video, I've seen all of the clips because I was a basketball fanatic. I used to go to basketball games. Like before my mom passed away, I used to be like a hardcore basketball fan, right? And so watching this video today, his words have a greater impact on me since he's been gone than when he was here. I'm going to be honest with you. And you know how they always say, appreciate people when it's here, learn the lessons, learn the lessons from the mistakes and everything. I don't know about you guys, but when he said that the journey is not about the success of winning the big web series, it's the work leading up to it, is simply because you wouldn't get to that league without putting in that work. So that goes right into our next quote. Quote number 2 that the GOAT Kobe Bryant has said, and if you guys are just tuning in to the Money Zone on RIP Radio Network, you can also give me a call, 301-232-5700. If you just want to shout Kobe out, say some quick words for him or whatnot, you can call in and say it on the radio. But if you have any input, give me a call, 301-232-5700. We're relating 5 business quotes into business that Kobe Bryant ended up saying, and we're giving a tribute to him as well. So quote number 2 say, we psych ourselves up too much. Like if you try to talk yourself into, oh, this is a big moment, this is a big shot, you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself. You shot that shot hundreds and thousands of times, just shoot another one. So from a business perspective, I used to do that. That's kind of very amateurish. You know what I mean? I don't even know if that's a word. But very amateurish, where you're putting all your eggs into that one moment. You're betting all into that one success, or all into that one partnership, or all into that one website, or all into that one coach, whatever it is, or all into you being on Black Enterprise. Or you're putting all your pressure into that one, okay? And what happens is when that opportunity don't show up, it crushes your spirit. What he's basically saying is just do the work, submit the proposal, submit the contract, put in the RFP, call the client, do everything, but don't psych yourself up. Don't work yourself up. Don't add extra pressure and stress to yourself simply because of that moment, or because we think that that's that opportunity. That this is going to be the one that God blesses with. But in all actuality, because I'm nowhere near where I want to be, so I fully can't speak on this. But from studying the greats that I have studied, each one of them said it wasn't one moment that they can pinpoint to their exact success, but it was a series of multiple moments and multiple efforts that they took to be where they are. So I remember Byron Allen saying that he called hundreds and hundreds of different stations for them to go onto his TV station, and they denied him. Just even with me, I get denied all the time. People say your price is too high, or this and that, whatever the case may be, right? Or you're going up for a promotion and you don't get it, and you went up for that same promotion 3 times back to back. Don't give up. But what you don't want to do is put the end all be all of your final level of success in that one moment. That is one of the main reasons why some entrepreneurs never fully make it, because when they get that one closed door or even 5 closed doors, they stop. Or when that partnership didn't happen, or when such and such didn't reach out to them, or because they're working with somebody else in their industry, they're getting upset or frustrated and not understanding that, hey, you just got to keep making moves. That's it. Your opportunity has no choice but to come, because God works through people. So as long as you're doing the work and you are aligned, and he feels as though it's his God-given purpose, right? It's your God-given purpose. He's going to align it. But if you're putting all of your eggs in one that's actually playing with what the forces of faith say. Faith said, hey, don't be anxious for anything. And if we're anxious for that one moment that goes against what the great has said, even the Bible said, don't be anxious for nothing. Stop psyching yourself out and putting pressure on yourself. That's how we develop that fear. And that's how we actually push ourselves closer and closer to failure. Simply because we're putting all of our eggs in one basket on one moment. We're psyching ourselves up, and we're just messing ourselves up for the future. So if you're an entrepreneur listening to The Money Zone on RIP Radio Network, write the idea down, submit the proposal, do the work, but keep moving. Peek and see if the opportunity came. Oh, did I win? Oh, did I get it? Did I make it? But guess what? If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. So guys, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. I need a better come in. Welcome back to the Money Zone. I'm your host, Falasha, the Accountability Accountant. Guys, if you're not following me on all things social media, please go ahead on. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook and Periscope and everything. It's Falasha, the Accountant, F-O-L-A-S-A-D-E, the Accountant, on all things social media. And then also, don't forget, if you are about to file your taxes, I will be gladly to serve you this tax season. We are accepting new clients. And if you don't know, I have a proven track record of saving my clients a lot of money. But you just have to be honest, right? Honest and transparent and want to do the right thing. Save them a lot of money legally or get them the highest refund legally. So if you're interested in having us file your taxes, give us a call, 202-618-1297. So if you're just tuning in, we're giving a amazing tribute to the GOAT, the greatest of all time, Kobe Bryant. His middle name is Bean. Kobe Bean Bryant. Okay, the Los Angeles Lakers, highest score. He's just everything. He was just everything. So we were just going through 5 business lessons that I learned from him. And so business lesson number 2 was just to stay focused, stay on course. Don't get too excited about each little thing that you do. Yes, you want to be pumped. You want to be amped up. But don't put all your eggs in one basket, basically. Don't say, oh, I'm not going to be an entrepreneur if I don't achieve this. Oh, if this deal don't come through, I'm not going to be successful. No, we don't know when our success is going to be hit. You don't know which moment, but from what I'm experiencing myself and what I've seen my mentors experience, it's each day, each step that we take. I was about to break out. Every step I take. I wish I could sing. I wish I could sing for real. I would have broke out. Look, but if I would have rapped it, my sister would be like, okay, Pooh, close Trump, go ahead and shut the show down, right? So, business lesson number 3, we're going to start with the quote. So quote number 3 says, if you want to be great at something, there's a choice you have to make. What I mean by that is there are inherent sacrifices that come along with that. Family time, hanging out with friends, being a great friend, being a great son, nephew, whatever the case may be. That's exactly what he said. And so I define that, I interpret basically he's saying that, we have to sacrifice. You're only one person. You're not going to be able to be with your girlfriends in the club partying until 2 o'clock in the morning if you have a proposal that's due for a new client at 7 o'clock. You're not going to be able to put all your effort into your business if you're not willing to sacrifice something. Even us moms, as a mom, we are sacrificing our children's time. I mean, the time that we spend with our children. So every day that, we work overtime, every day that we put in more work in the office or in our businesses, we are sacrificing something. What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to sacrifice? So many people want to be Instagram famous, want to, have the biggest platforms, be extremely popular. But what they don't understand is the amount of work that each individual that have built those platforms now that's making money. Now, I'm not talking about the ones that's not making money. Remember, we're on the money zone, right? We're talking about the ones that built amazing Instagram, Facebook, and platforms, but they're also making money and making impact. That level of success is not achieved easily, and it is done by sacrifice. And so let's use the mom, for example. We can even use me. The mom is tax season. So this tax season, I normally work I already work 10, 16 hours. It depends. So if I wake up at 4, right? I'll work for a few hours, get the kids dressed, right? And then I'll go right back to work right after. So like 8:30, I'm already back working. I work up until 6, and then once I put the kids back, then I'm working again. So the average entrepreneur works between 12 and 16 hours a day, right? if I wasn't trying to achieve a certain life and do certain things and make impact and help you guys better your businesses and build sound businesses and make money and, be successful and live the life that you guys dream, right? Then I will be able to spend more QT time with the kids. But because my children know what we're trying to sacrifice for, they don't haggle me. But the problem is, many of us wants the fruits of the labor, but don't want to put the labor into getting the fruits. And what we have to understand is, this is a good, where did I watch this at? What show did I watch? Oh my goodness, Ozark on Netflix. I just started watching because I'm sitting in front of my computer, y'all, because it's tax season. So I'm sitting in front of my computer literally all day, right? So I always find series to watch during tax season. So shoot me y'all series, y'all, just so I can watch it. So on Ozark, the guy said on the first episode, the amount of wealth that you have is predicated on the amount of discipline that you have. So a person that wants to invest into Google stocks may not buy the McDonald's meal every Friday, because that McDonald's meal can be add up every Friday, can add up to be a stock purchase or a down payment, or they can pay down their credit card debt, right? Or be able to buy something that you want. They said that the amount of wealth that you have, that's kind of deep. So now let's go back into this business lesson. So we all want to be big boy, big girl, big panties. We want big, you know what I mean? Or if you just want regular, you still on that government job. You want that $50,000 paying job, but you're still not doing the work that's required for that $50,000. So even from the entrepreneur standpoint, 9-to-5 standpoint, look, you got to put in the work. The issue is this: what are you willing to sacrifice to get what you want out of life? I'm reading Crushing by T.D. Jakes. And T.D. Jakes said, everybody asks him, what does it take to be successful? What does it take to live your God-given purpose, right? And T.D. Jakes said in Crushing that it takes everything. All of you. So my question today on the Money Zone: how much of you, how much of your freedom, how much of your time are you willing to sacrifice to enjoy the fruits of your labor? Well, the fruits of your future, to enjoy the future fruits off of your present labor. Because remember, the work you do today may not garner any results today, but it will garner some results down the line. This goes back into not psyching ourselves out of every moment, because it may be the moment that we never thought about that gives us the results that we desire. So what are you willing to do? What are you willing to sacrifice? If you're not willing to sacrifice your time and some relationships, because remember, when you're going close to your God-given purpose, which most entrepreneurs are kind of stepping into, even if we don't want to, entrepreneurship will break you down so much that you don't have no choice but to rely on God, because you're like, hey, I have nobody else. Dude, where are you? Show face. They tell me you're the best, you're the greatest, right? So how much are you willing to sacrifice? Is it everything? Is it all of you? Are you willing to put in the work and not psych yourself up off these one quick get rich moments? So that's lesson number 3. We want to party and you want to be free, right? But you have to make the right choices. That's just like I told Brenda today. I said you got to make good choices and bad choices. You know what's right and what's wrong. You know what's conducive for your future. You know what's not. And you have to make those choices. And when it comes down to building your business, and if you're a newbie entrepreneur, you may not understand what I'm saying until your back is against the wall and you're not able to make it to somebody's graduation, and you're not able to make it to a cookout, and you're not able to make it to this. And then eventually everybody hates you, and you feel like you're the black sheep, because this is what I went through, okay? And then, line, they get it. 5 years after you've been, ostracized, 5 years later, they get it, okay? Don't worry. So quote number 4, he say, trust me, setting things up right from the beginning will avoid a ton of tears and heartache. Now, in the business perspective, I'm going to spin this as set your businesses up right. Don't go to the janky tax person just because they say that they can give you $5,000 refunds. No, do your stuff right. Don't go just get Wave, free apps, free bookkeeping software when you know you need QuickBooks. Don't go and get MailChimp when you know you need Aweber. And the reason why I say when you know, because there's a difference between wanting something and needing something. Let me explain. If you have to automate your emails and create an email sequence and make money and all that stuff, they say PayPal, it's not PayPal, they say MailChimp is not the mailing service for you. So why would you waste your time in business going to trying to save $5, okay, and not set your business up for success and go and get Aweber? Go and get MailChimp. Prime example. Wave apps. So your business makes 6 figures, or is going to make 6 figures in less than a year, and your accounting is going to get complicated, and you're going to need data, and you need financial statements, and you need this, and that, but you go get Wave apps when Wave apps financial statements are limited because you're trying to save $15 a month. You go and try to do your taxes via TurboTax to save $200, then you end up, guess what? Getting screwed over because you didn't read it right. You didn't qualify, got yourself qualified for a tax credit that you didn't qualify for, trying to save. So basically the lesson that I get from out is just set your business up right. You know what your business needs. And yes, you may have to, what they call it? Scrap it. No, that's not the right word. I can't think of the word right now. Pinch pennies. I don't know. That's not the right word. What is it? Oh, it's like when you only have $100. I can't think about it right now. Bootstrap. Okay. You might have to bootstrap your business, and that's perfectly fine. I understand that part. But bootstrapping your business and not setting your business up in the right way that is relative to your business industry standards and requirements is the latter. So Kobe is saying, set up everything right. Just do it right, man. Don't go out trying to take shortcuts and take angles and get everything really cheap. Get what your business needs. Now, if you can't afford the $15,000 website and $15,000 app, that's fine. Get something that's kind of close to it, or make investments. But you may not even need that right now. First, figure out what you need first, and then get exactly what you need in your business. But don't take shortcuts. And I'm going to be honest with you, trust me, I've seen so many businesses that are actually losing hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars because they didn't set up their business right the first time. So you want to go ahead on and do business the right way. So quote number 5, and look guys, this did kind of last the whole night. It did. Quote number 5, Kobe said, there's a big misconception. When people thinking winning or success comes from everybody putting their arms around each other, oh wow, and singing Kumbaya and patting them on the back when they mess up. And that's just not reality. If you are going to be a leader, you are not going to please everybody. You have to hold, you know what I'm about to say, people accountable. Even if you have that moment of being uncomfortable. And I'm going to add on there, you have to also hold yourself accountable to be the great leader and to learn and to expand and grow and do personal development. Because in the end, right? Singing, let me not even say the singing and stuff like that. I'm going to go to use it in real terms. Many of you are constantly reading books and taking courses, trying to, and that's your kumbaya. You're like, oh, I'm doing business. Yeah, Shade. I'm in business. I'm doing business. I'm reading a book. I got a coach. That's your kumbaya moment. That's your moment that makes you think that you're doing business. So it prevents you, well, actually, no. You're saying you're not ready to go out and pitch. You're saying you're not ready to go out and create a course. You're saying you're not ready to go out and put the website out and make money because, I'm in my kumbaya moment. I'm still learning. I'm still, practicing and reading books and becoming the entrepreneur. You have to go out and do the work. That's it. And you have to hold yourselves accountable to do the work. Because without any of the work, there's no success. Without the success, are you going to live the life that you dream and make the impact and the money that you want? No. And it's very expensive to live in the U.S. Look, my husband says, Shade, the money we make is millions in Naira. He said millions. Like literally, we wouldn't have to, just off my 1 year revenue for the company, he said I wouldn't have to work literally and I would be very, 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 very successful over there. Have all my butlers, food, galore, the works for like 4 years. 4 years. It's expensive to be having success in the U.S. It's expensive to live your dreams and try to achieve that American dream, right? But the American dream is predicated on what you dream, not America. Your dream is what you put on paper. And the only way you're going to achieve that success is by simply doing the work. Reading every business book will not actually teach you about business. And now I know some people is going to say you're lying for I'm going to be honest with you. Like, you're going to get your good little quotes. You're going to get your aha moments. You're going to get that. But I'm going to be honest with you. It was never, no book actually prepared me for business. No book. No book. I've read so many books, the Blue Ocean Strategy, just so many books. And now when I say they didn't help, when I say they didn't personally help me for business now, okay, personal development, yes, it helped me become a better speaker, or helped me, fight confidence, or helped me. But in all actuality, it wasn't one book that taught me business. It is a collection of steps. Business is a collection of steps, a collection of actions, a collection of choices. Your business is where it is because of the collection of actions and choices and lack thereof. So if you get stuck in the book thinking that you're going to learn every lesson about business before you jump out there, or that you think that everything will be perfect, just like the book, you have been fooled. That is your kumbaya moment. That is your comfort zone. I see so many new entrepreneurs paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to get coaching and never even try to spin the wheel of business. And then they will have realized, well, dang, if I would have took XYZ step, I would have learned. And so that goes back up to what we said, that success is a process of all of the steps and work and actions that you've taken. And where you are is a reflection of everything that you did and didn't do, both personally, professionally, and everything in between. If you sit home and just watch all the reruns of The Money Zone, yes, you're going to get some stuff done. You might learn a little bit. But guess what? You won't get something done in your business. If you sit at home and just watch YouTube, right? Sit at home and just watch YouTube, then guess what's going to happen? You're going to learn. You might got a little quote. You might better say Grant Cardone said this, right? Or Falasha Day said that, right? But guess what? You're not going to achieve your success or make strides in your future. So if I were you, well, no, I'm not you. If we want to be honest, because I always look at it, I never like question God too much, but because I try to always understand everything behind it, I respect Kobe more now while he's gone than when he was alive, and I can admit that. Now, many of you might be front street saying, oh, nah, that's fine, that's you. But I know how legends have to die to become a legend. Like everybody kept saying he was a legend, right? But we don't really become legends until we die, and that's bad. We don't become appreciated until we die, but think about it. Now, we're going to try to go map out his success. Oh my gosh, so Kobe did really do all of the work. Oh my gosh, okay, he did say this quote. Oh my gosh, he did play basketball when he had the flu and when he was sick and throwing up. Oh my gosh, he did sacrifice for being away from his kids. So what makes me think that I'm going to be even close to his greatness without putting in the work? We will now respect the grind. So I'm going to take the lesson. This is just me interpreting. Like everybody has their own interpretation, but this is what God is telling us, hey, respect this man grind. We all want success. This was the ultimate hustler, the ultimate Kobe worked harder than anybody. I should have had the quote here, and I'm so disappointed. He said, I will outwork you. He just said in the interview with Patrick McDavid in August. He said that when he was going up against Michael, he said, I'm gonna go at you. You don't fear me. So today, when we leave Rip Radio tonight, after listening to The Money Zone, don't let nothing fear you. Fight whatever battle here first. He was a kid and he said, Michael Jordan is not going to scare me. They was calling Michael Jordan baby Jesus. He was like, no, black Jesus, right? Look, he was like, guess what? He ain't black Jesus to me. He Michael Jordan. He might. So how many of you look to people online and say, oh my gosh, they the great, when you are just as great? When somebody say that you want to be like this person, say, nah, I want to be me. That's what he said. They was like, oh, well, or do you want to be the next Michael Jordan? He said, nah, I'm going to be the next Kobe Bryant. And today, he have made a mark on my spirit. Because I've been watching him for years. Like, I've watched every interview. I know he didn't play basketball in China. I know a lot of his back history. His father was a basketball player. He didn't went to every camp. He didn't train. He was trained and built for greatness. But guess what? And we're going to close out today. Even with all the opportunities of his father playing, and him being able to travel the world and playing, AAU and all of that, right? He didn't slack up, in his work ethic at all. He didn't slack up. He said because he wasn't where he wanted to be at the age of 17, he marked everybody that was ahead of him in stats. He was 56, he went down 55, 54, and tried to beat every last one of their records. So if we're going to learn anything from Kobe, we're going to learn work ethic from him. Number one, accountability from him. If you don't have self-accountability, if you don't have accountability, me being Falasha Day, the accountability accountant, your success is predicated off your sacrifices and your choices. So today is the day that we ask ourselves, what do we really want? He's all right. He's with my main man. They dancing up there because he done made his mark on the world. Are you going to make your mark on the world, or are you going to let fear, failure, competition, saturation, and everything else that's worrying you right now stop you from being who God has blessed you to be? Everybody names sound bomb when you in the big leagues. And I'm going to be honest with you. Let me tell you why. And I'm going to close out because I got 1 minute. You know my name is Falasha Day, right? I grew up in the hood. Nobody said Falasha Day. I never respected my name until I came into business. And I said that when I started my business in 2011, around 2014, I was still fighting this Falasha Day thing. Didn't want to be comfortable with my name. Oh, that won't be a name for greats, for success. Now guess what? That name rolled off all of my friends, family, business colleagues, everybody. And everybody is adamant about getting it right. But back in the day, when I was afraid of being me, which you probably are afraid of being you, and stepping out of your comfort zone to be the success that God has blessed you with, you're okay with people calling you nicknames because you're comfortable with it. But when you step into that greatness, you're going to realize that you don't want them to call you nothing else but your name. You're not going to want them to compare you to nobody else but yourself. And you're going to realize that nobody else is your competition but yourself. And that's what Kobe did the most. He didn't compete with everybody else. He competed about being the greatest of all time. That's it. Not Michael, not nobody else. So guys, this was a show. Kobe, you done it. You done made your mark. So now, guys, I just ask you to do me one favor. Share this video if you're watching us on Instagram or Facebook or anywhere else, right? But I want you to go ahead on and figure out what's your mark on this world. We are all here for a reason, not just for a season. But what mark are you going to leave us with? Are you going to leave us with an empty funeral home or bad relationships? Are you going to leave us with blessings? All right, guys. I'll see y'all next week. Bye.